Hi there. If we haven't met before, my name is Anna. I work for Texting Buddies Operations Manager, and today in this video, I would like to walk you through our integration into FollowBoss. As you can see my screen, I have logged into my account, and so in this video, we will cover the very basics of the embedded app and see how it works, see how text messages appear on the CRM system. Also, we will see notifications and incoming text messages, and we will review the inbox and how to manage the inbox. But most importantly, we will walk through automated text messages. We will discover our new action plan launcher. So you will be able to see not only how to quickly compose your automated text messages using our action plan designer, but also how to launch them and maybe even reach out to people in bulk. Why not? So let's just carry on first with the embedded app. So the embedded app, once the integration is set up, will be located on your right side. Here, you're able to send out just a single text message if you would like to. So I can say, hi, Elizabeth, and just send it right away. I could also schedule the single text message if I would like to, but in my case, I will just send it right away. As you can see, the text message is sending, and now it just went out and reached Elizabeth. I'm also able to make calls from Texting Buddy, so if I would like to make a call from my marketing line, I certainly could. It's important to emphasize that for Texting Buddy, we purchase a new phone number during the onboarding process. So you're not able to use any existing phone number that you have on FollowBoss. FollowBoss simply does not allow any automated texting. So for that reason, we separate your business line from your marketing line. And it's actually very beneficial because the whole essence of Texting Buddy is to increase your outreach, essentially have conversations more than you had before. And so if there's a lead that for whatever reason gets upset with you and marks your phone number is likely spam, first and foremost, your business line, your FollowBoss phone number is not affected. And second of all, we here at Texting Buddy, we observe text messaging traffic on a daily basis. So if we notice any suspicious activity, if we notice anyone's phone number being marked as likely spam, we actually address it with the carriers and we resolve that situation. So you're in good hands when it comes to us here. Coming back to the embedded app, we also have a section called dashboard. So here quickly, if I access dashboard, I will be able to see my Texting Buddy's activity. As you might know, Texting Buddy works based upon usage, and essentially the subscription cost is $149 a month, and that includes 1,000 text messages. It's important to know that both send and receive, so 500 send, 500 receive text messages. So here on the usage dashboard, it's super convenient for you to check in, see what your usage is. What I like to see is engagement rate, because not only it's important to automate certain processes and outreach through FollowBoss, but it's also important to see whether or not it actually works. So a good engagement rate is considered above 40 to 45%. Ours is 63.3, which I'm happy to see. But yeah, essentially you will be able to monitor also your Texting Buddy's performance. You will also be able to see engagement by action plan. So as we move forward in this demo call, I will walk you through our texture campaign and how it's composed through an action plan. So essentially here you will be able to see how your text strip campaigns that are built through action plans are actually performing, which is super crucial. Again, you can be super excited about sending out text strip campaigns, but after a while, time passes and you're noticing that there's actually no engagement. So here you will actually be able to see whether or not these strips are bringing any results or not, and then you will be able to make the changes accordingly. All right, next, let's look into the inbox app. So Elizabeth test is actually my own phone number, so I'm just going to quickly respond back so you can see how the incoming reply appears. So we just got a reply from Elizabeth, so we can see again the leads reply on the main leads profile. And usually you will also see notification under your bell icon. I must have changed my notification settings, that's why it's not appearing here. That's from FollowBoss's side. I will address it after this video later. But I will also see my inbox here. When it comes to incoming replies, I will be able to see Elizabeth's reply over here. And essentially, you can see that we have Texting Betty's inbox. We also have Inbox app, or just inbox under your own name. So fundamentally, Texting Betty works based upon agent assigned. So since I am the agent assigned for Elizabeth, uh, by default, this text message would appear under my inbox. But since I'm working in a team and we would like to observe all incoming replies in a shared inbox, just in case if, me and my colleague is out for vacation, I'm able to observe incoming replies. That's why I saw Elizabeth's reply here in the shared inbox. I will continue here with Tyler Test and Isabel Test text messages just to show you that you can, from the inbox section, you can easily reply also back to them, and I might need to move my bubble. So you can easily use the AI features here. So it can be a follow-up text message, and you can easily send it to Tyler. So let's see. You can also use templates, which I myself love, just in case if someone is not responding to my emails and I need their immediate reaction and immediate response. I'll reach out to them by inviting them to a support call. So I actually have a saved text template on my Follow Boss. I'll just grab it and send it right away. So it is also a possibility. All right, so that is with the inbox app. It's also possible to move around your incoming replies. So for an example, I have Tyler Test under my inbox. If I ever would like for this specific message thread to move to my shared inbox, I can absolutely move it. I would just need to select it and then I will find it here. As you could see, 51 changed to 52. All right, so now the most exciting part, automated texting. So all automated text messages are built through action plans. So here I'm just going to open first something that is already pre-made. If you would like any free pre-made texture campaigns from us, you absolutely can request them during the onboarding process. It's just a good base to have just to understand fundamentally how these chips are being composed. I'm just going to open, let's go with the new seller one. And I'm going to open these steps here so you can understand the fundamentals. So first and foremost, you will notice that all text messages built through action plans are first notes. And so the way how the system understands that this is not actually just a note that should be posted in the lead's profile, it's actually a text message, is because there's an added, we call it tag in square brackets. You might think, what is scheduled? Scheduled means now. So basically, consider scheduled synonymous to now. If there's a scheduled tag, it means that once I launch this action plan, this first text message will go out as soon as possible. All automated text messages will operate within business hours. Usually that is 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. every single day. You could close that open business time frame in your Texting Betty settings, so you can change that time slightly, meaning that you can deselect and you can have Texting Betty not interact with anyone over the weekend if that is your preference. But by default, business hours are usually considered from 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. every single day. And it's just for the sole reason that you're not reaching out to someone at 4 a.m. People will get upset with you, I can guarantee. Now, looking at the content of the text messages, you will notice also that initial text message will have this opt-out phrase. So according to TCPA, which is Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which we need to follow here in the United States, we are required to offer people the possibility to unsubscribe from our automated text messages. In this case, I'm just mentioning if you prefer to handle things on your own, you can remove yourself from my list by replying stop. So this phrase or this option can be expressed in any or very casual manner. You don't have to be generic. You don't have to say to stop or to unsubscribe, reply stop. In fact, even a bit of a pro tip here, if you don't like the keyword stop, we can actually enable advanced opt-out keywords, so you can actually choose your own word. We have teams using no more, so they can say, hey, if you want me to take you off my messaging list, just reply, no more. You would just need to inform us that you would like to have this advanced opt-out keyword. Another factor that is really important when you're sending automated text messages is actually to have some diversity when it comes to scheduled time. In fact, I just noticed that my follow-up text message here is at 5:45 and 5:45. So I can easily come in here and just change it real quick and say, you know what, I don't want to send this text message at 5. Let's go with 3:18 p.m. Because no person is behaving in such a way where essentially they're reaching out every other day and just sending out texts at 9 a.m. Right? That doesn't happen in real life. So we need to have that diversity when it comes to scheduled time. And yeah, so follow-up text messages, as you can see here, actually our third step. So text message sent on the 8th day rather. It just consists of, hey, sometimes you don't need to have long paragraphs in your text messages. When you're nurturing, when you're reaching out, you can just check in, send emoji, and say, hey, I'm still here if you need me, right? And so, yeah, that would be the way how you can compose your text messages. So back in the day, we noticed that people were super excited to have automated texting solution. They were excited to schedule these text messages. But oftentimes people would not realize that even though you acquire this texting solution, you actually need to invest time in setting up these action plans. And of course, for me, it takes a couple of seconds to compose these drips because I've worked with Texting Buddy for 3 years. But for someone that just acquires the service and is ready to go, sometimes it is an obstacle where to find that extra time to compose these drips. For that reason, we actually came up with our action plan designer. So here again, if I go back to any leads profile, it doesn't really matter. I just need to access my dashboard. Oh, I had it open, I didn't notice, but either way. I can click on action plans here and select action plan designer. And I'm able to give instructions to Texting Buddy's AI and compose these drips in second. Later, I just need to make minor tweaks, but I'm not actually the composer, I'm rather the editor. So what I mean by that is I will just go ahead and say, create 4 or 3-step drip for new hot leads, come across friendly yet professional, reference my website buywithanna.com. And what else can I say? Okay, let's start simple. And then I would just send this prompt to the AI. And it usually takes a minute or so for the AI to consider your prompt, come up with these with these text messages. And so you can here just sit back, relax, wait a moment. And then within a couple of seconds, we should expect for the AI to show these text messages here. So it already came up with the title of my texture campaign. I like to add TB. It just makes things a bit more organized in my CRM system because then I can easily, in action plan, search for TB and it will show me all texture campaigns made for Texting Buddy. And here, as I said, I'm not the composer, I'm just an editor, and I can look at these text messages. So the first text message would be sent out immediately once I launch the action plan. And it says, hi, contact's first name, I'm Anna, I'm here to help you with any real estate needs. Check out my website at Buy with Anna, text stop to unsubscribe. And then I can see the follow-up text messages. Next, what I like to do is I like to save it in Follow Boss and then open it in Follow Boss. And here I step in as the editor. So from the previous tips that I expressed, what I would do is I would just open every single step. I'm fine with the initial text message to go out as soon as I launch this action plan, but I would definitely change the opt-out phrase. And I would say, if you would like for me to take you off my list, just reply stop. All right. Follow-up text messages don't need to have this opt-out phrase. Here I'll come in and just adjust the time because the AI will schedule all text messages for 9 a.m. It's just default. So as easy as that, I will just say, okay, 10:15 maybe a.m. and so forth. All right. Looks good to me. In fact, maybe I will just change it to and say, I'm here if you need me, and add emoji. Simple. All right, amazing. So once we have our texture campaign, it literally took me a couple minutes here to compose it. Next thing would be to understand how you would like to launch your texture campaign. So you can go through lead flow, you can go through automation. So automation usually has a trigger. Lead flow is based on source, so your leads might be coming through your website. But another exciting thing that Texting Betty has is a Texting Betty launcher. And so here, if I come back to this launcher, first and foremost, you need to have your smart list in place. Smart list is simply a list of leads that you have filtered through certain criteria. So in my case, if I go back to my Follow Up Boss and I will open people, I have my test smart list. So for the purpose of this video, I have gathered a list of test contacts that I can reach out and send text messages in bulk, right? And you probably have new leads, hot leads, etc., sale leads, and similar smart lists. All right, so I have my smart list in place, so I'm just going to go ahead and select it. And then I will go ahead and find the action plan that we together created using the action plan designer, which is CB test drip for new hot leads, right? Here below, I have some settings. I'm able to essentially select if the action plan ran previously. There might be some smart lists where you have reached out and you have already sent this texture campaign to leads. The system is actually smart enough to skip those leads that have already received those text messages, so that's useful. There's also the option, if the action plan is currently paused, you can also skip those leads. You can resume the action plan. You can start from new. And you can also attach certain tags after running this action plan. So maybe in your workflow, it is useful once you launch this action plan, you're attaching TB, hot leads, reached tag, for instance. So it's easier for you to later filter those leads. Could be useful. Now here, if I select, I will be able to see the exact count of the leads that I have in the smart list, so I can easily verify, do I have 3 leads here? Yes, I do. Coming back, 3 leads here. And now once my texture campaign is ready, once I have my smart list in place and my contacts in place, all I really need to do is I can launch it. And so in case if you have smart list of, let's say, 100 people, and you have an event happening in the month and you would like to send out invites, you certainly can create a couple text messages concerning this invite. You can have the smart list and you can reach out to all of those leads in basically one go. So that's about it. Here, if I go back to my test smart list, I will open Elizabeth Test, and I will be able to see that the first text message was already sent from my action plan. So it says, hi, Elizabeth. I'm Anna. I'm here to help with your real estate needs. Check out my website and so forth. And then if I click on the action plan, I will be able to see that here it's reflected as a note. As I mentioned, fundamentally our text messages are an action plan created as notes, and only then later they're converted into text messages. So in these steps, you will see that the first note was already created, it was converted, sent out as a text message, and then the follow-up text messages will be sent 2 days later and 5 days later. If a lead responds, the action plan will be automatically paused. So here, if I view plan, it is important to have this setting enabled, so automatically pause this action plan when the lead responds. Why it's important? So essentially you can see what the reply was, and you as a human being can then determine what the follow-up should be. Sometimes people will say, hey, I'm not ready, let's chat in 3 months. Perfect. Your action plan is paused, and you just launch a new action plan that is, let's say, touch base in 3 months. And so the system will be instructed to send out text messages, after maybe 3 months, every quarter. It's really up to your own liking. All right, so that's about it. When it comes to Texting Betty and subscribing, as I mentioned, Texting Betty is a monthly subscription of 149 US dollars. We There's no contract, so if you're not satisfied with our service, you can easily stop and cancel it. We have 30-day money back guarantee, just in case if you're not satisfied in the first 30 days, you can get your money's worth back. You have unlimited support. We can always jump on a support call and see what's going on, see where you're encountering any obstacles, or rather, what are the new ideas that you might have and how you would like to use Texting Betty in your CRM system. So we're always there for you. So thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate your time. And if you would like to communicate with us further, feel free to visit our website. It's www.textingbetty.com, or you can reach out to us by emailing support@textingbetty.com. Again, my name is Anna. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.